How's it going? Been asked to do a bit of a update on the aquaponics because I've been a bit slack with it, but there really hasn't been a lot going on, so I thought I'd just show you a few little things that have been going on. For one, got some new fish food today, so the fish have been going off on the new pellets. As you can probably hear, they get rather enthusiastic at feeding times at the moment, mainly because the temperature's starting to come up a bit, so their metabolisms are speeding up a bit, so yeah, they've been doing really well. The system as a whole has been kicking along rather well. Just got splashed. Very messy eaters. The whole system's been kicking along really well. We've been getting a fair load of strawberries out of here. The lavender's just gone crazy. We've had a bit of an early spring here and it's just booming at the moment. The pepino, we have some massive pepinos in here. And this is just for K. There's my hand K. We'll see if we can pull this pepino out without pulling it off. There's my hand K and there's the pepino. This one is a whopper. So I'm really impressed with the way these pepinos are going in here. Aquaponic pepinos I think are something that we'll be doing from now on. They've just done so much better than the ones in the soil. The bush itself, some of the leaves are starting to die back a bit. I'm actually thinking about giving it a big prune soon. The new growth down the bottom is still looking rather healthy, it's just the older stuff. One of the issues we had, well, it's not really an issue, it's been an ongoing thing for us. The nitrate, the friendly one, had been rather high, off the charts. I mentioned it on a post online, and Paul from Earthen Group suggested that I pull all the standpipes out and just run the water through the grow beds as fast as I could for a couple of days, and guess what? The levels came right back down again. So what that basically tells me is we're not having enough water go through these beds. Because some of the water is taken out and run through the filter there, we're not getting enough volume going through the grow beds to process the nitrate. I'll give the plants a chance to process the nitrate. Bacteria is doing its job changing it from ammonia to nitrate, but the plants just aren't getting a chance at sucking it up, if that makes sense. So something I've done is increase the flow on all the grow beds. This one actually could go up a little bit further. Increase the flow on the grow beds, and I've noticed since doing that I've had no problems with the siphons whatsoever. It's all kicking along nicely, no problems. For growth, the beetroot are just booming at the moment. The lettuce we put in here, this lettuce was going to be thrown. It was in a bed that was being fed up, one of the soil beds, so I just transplanted it in here and it's just boomed. The sorrel actually, strangely enough, the sorrel doesn't like being in here. I did a little bit of an experiment trying to grow some fodder greens in here, but it didn't work out too well because the doves that are nesting in the mango tree decided to eat them and make a bit of a mess here, so I've taken them out for the time being. The kangkong is doing really well. The broccoli is not doing that crash hot in here for whatever reason. More strawberries, some beetroot that's nearly ready to come out from some that was planted a while back. We've had some opal basil survive all the way through winter, so very impressed with that. The celery has just been kicking on. I mean, this stuff, you can probably see, where's a good one? You can probably see how big the bases are. We've been continually picking this pretty much well every day, every second day. Got our first fruit on our first aquaponic tomato. It's kicking along alright. I've taken back a few of the leaves. Oh, that one there's actually broken off. They were looking a little bit blighty. A few little issues. So I thought it was better probably just to clean some of the leaves off of it. And over the back there, some people are going to think I'm silly, but I have some aquaponic sweet potato. I was told I couldn't, so I thought I'd have a crack. This galangul's being harvested this week because I've started to clean out this wicking bed here. I've been robbing... G'day girls, say g'day. G'day, hello. I've been robbing sand and soil for this for some IBCs I've been putting up in the front garden. So I've got a bit more soil in the galangul to harvest from there, and then also the sand, and this bed will come out. I'll take the pebbles all the way down to the walls of the chook pen here, and then I can start moving these grow beds around. So it's getting closer. I've talked about it a few times in different clips, but we're getting there slowly. I suppose that's pretty much all it. See if these fish want to come up and say g'day. There's still a few pellets left. I just spooked them. But yeah, the water in there is going fantastic. Nice and clean. The fish are all happy. not a problem with them whatsoever. The base of the tank is fairly clean, not a lot of sediment in there. I've actually found that since I've been skimming the water from the top up there, a lot more of the sediment has been going up through here and into the filter, and these tanks are just staying a little bit more cleaner. So I actually did have to vacuum it out. Oh, a bit blurry there. I actually did have to vacuum out a few solids a few weeks ago, but that was when I was just running the water through here constantly, through the grow beds constantly, because all the water was coming through the top and not the bottom, so there were a few solid build-ups. I got 2 fish tanks. These are for the fish farm that will be set up in here somewhere. These guys here are opaque. They had aloe vera juice in them all the way from Mexico, so these guys are going to be absolutely fantastic. The sun can't get through there to cause algae issues. I don't have to paint them. If I don't want to, I don't have to clad them. It might be something I might consider doing because of the heat we get here. All I'm going to do with these guys is cut them off and blah blah blah. You'll see that later. I won't get into that now. But yeah, I'm stoked. I've got these guys here. I need to go out and buy my barrels. It'll be my filters. I'll have my radial filter, my bio filter, a sump tank in a barrel, and also a digester thingy that I'll get onto in another clip. These guys will be set up as a fish farm, but the way I'm going to do it, you'll see in future clips. I'll give you a little bit of an explanation. I'm basically going to set them up so they can be used in an aquaponic setup as well. So if we decide fish farming isn't for us and we want to increase aquaponics somewhere in the backyard, I'm not sure where, and build more grow beds, we can use these for that. So there you go, that's where we're pretty much all up to with the aquaponics. I hope that's enough to satisfy your appetite for a couple more weeks, because I don't think it'll be a while before I do another update. I really want to show some progress in the updates, and there's nothing really going at the moment. Hopefully the next time you see an update, beds will be in new configuration, and I might do a bit of a clip on how I'm making them all up, so we'll see what happens there. So in the meantime, that is pretty much all it. Any comments, questions, suggestions, just leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Other than that, hope you all have a great one and keep on clucking. No, that's the chicken one. Keep on fishing. Bubbling, I don't know. Catcha!